We will be getting started in a second. Trust me. Just give me a moment so I can get everything situated real quick and be with you in a few seconds. Hit that like button because it's gonna be a doozy. Because this been a long time coming for Jeff Keighley and the shit awards. So we about to start momentarily. Few seconds away, and we gotta get this hill truth on this bullshit here. Well, it's been a long ass time, but I'm finally back after so much time away. Honestly, the reason I was away for a while was because I needed to get a new laptop. So I had an old laptop from decades ago that still was functioning and it finally blew out. But that's not why you're here today. You're not here to talk about my laptop woes. You're here to talk about the Game Awards 2024 nominee selections that have been made so far. As usual, Keighley hyped them up, and once again, it is another year of some shameful, disrespectful shit that is going on in this gaming industry and gaming community as a whole. I really don't understand how something like this can really go on and continue to go on. I really don't understand how Keighley and his crew of juries or jurors or whatever the hell you want to call them, because they're not really jurors to me. they're fucking idiots. That's what they are to me at this point. I mean, we're in the 10th year of this damn show, if we could call it an award show anymore. We're in the 10th year of this damn show, and this year we had something that is so disrespectful, so disgraceful, so unbelievably dumb go down in the nomination process that I just can't sit back and not actually, give the heel truth and some perspective on it, and obviously, gut checking Jeff Keighley and his bullshit ass process of the Game Awards as a whole in the process. So, if you ain't seen the Game Award nominations yet, I'm just gonna go through them with you for you, so you can see them. So they got the voting thing up right now, and there's been some really ridiculous, dastardly shit that been going on. Sometime this week they updated what you call it? They updated the process of how games get nominated, and DLC, expansion pack, remakes, and remasters had magically got approved to be nominated in any category. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, how the fuck can DLC be nominated for, anything? Yeah, that's what all of us were saying. I don't understand how DLC can be nominated for anything besides best ongoing game or best DLC or downloadable content. A category they had before, but they got rid of for some reason. It doesn't make any sense. But, yeah, a lot of people on the internet caught on to that, and they was trying to figure out why would that amendment to the rules of the Game Awards be made. Well, I guess a lot of people said it was for Elden Ring. And what's good, man? What's good, Galvin? And lo and behold, we just knew that, common sense would prevail. It's like you can't nominate DLC for anything of a Game Award show, especially if it's a Game Award show that happens every year. It's the point of having the Game Awards every year, so you can celebrate games that release in that year. That's the whole purpose of an annual award show, to give awards to deserving content in games that was the best of the year. And this is where I have my biggest issue when it comes to Jeff Keighley and his his tortoise looking ass. If you're going to say something is meant for something, then follow through on that. Because that's where my major issue with Jeff Keighley comes in at. He says one thing and then does the other. This is not fluff to us gamers. This is not a political battleground for us gamers. This is not Capitol Hill. This is not Congress. This is not the House of Representatives. This ain't a rally. This you're talking to us gamers. So when you say you're going to do something and you say something means something, you need to stand on that. You need to stand on that 10 toes motherfucking down and do exactly what the fuck you said you was going to do. But as we have seen over the last, I don't know, 5 years, maybe more than that. What's 2014? Oh, man, that was... I'm going to just say over the last 10-year history of the Game Awards, there has been some bullshit that has happened every fucking year. And every year, the bullshit intensifies to even more unbelievable bullshit that you can't believe they actually will pull. Well, this year, they pulled the ultimate bullshit. The unfathomable bullshit. The bullshit that absolutely just makes no sense at all. And it's just a bunch of malarkey and a bunch of nonsense. It's some fuck shit. Basically how I would tell my homeboys. That's fuck shit. And Keighley in the Game Awards and, the jurors, which we don't know who they are anymore because they took that page down off their website. The jurors, they're fuck boys. because they on some fuck shit now. The Game Awards is supposed to be about celebrating the best in gaming. That's what it's supposed to be about. Not who sold the most, not who has the most hype, not who has buddies in the industry, aka Kojima and Jeff Keighley. Not about, strengthening relationships with your advertising partners. It's supposed to be about the best in gaming. Because it came out of Keighley's mouth himself. He said this shit himself, so that's what I expect. And year after year, we have gotten further and further and further away from the Game Awards being about the best in gaming, to the point now I can call it a shit show. Because that's what it is. It's an absolute shit show. It's a farce. It's a facade. It's a fake. It's a fucking phony of what a Game Award show is supposed to be. It's a fucking phony of an award show, period. I don't think we even gonna call it a fucking award show anymore. Because what is being rewarded? What are we awarding? Because we certainly can't be awarding the best in gaming anymore. Because that's obviously not the case. It's not the case anymore. Because if we was awarding the best in gaming, a lot of these nominations that you've seen today would not even exist. Would not even exist. So I just want to play this clip of Jeff Keighley real quick. That's what I want to do. I want to play this clip of Jeff Keighley real quick, simply because we got to hear what comes out the horse's mouth. We got to hear what comes out the horse's mouth, because if we don't hear what comes out the horse's mouth, we can't make any determination on, if they're full of shit or not. We can't make any determination of that, if they're full of shit or not, if we just don't hear from the horse's mouth itself. So I want y'all to listen to Jeff Keighley on what he says, what the Game Awards celebrates. So I don't think I'm crazy. So I don't think I'm losing my motherfucking marbles up here in my brain. That I'm not, maybe I'm not comprehending something great. Maybe my listening skills are a little bit skewed or something, because I'm trying to figure out, am I hearing him correctly when he opens his goddamn mouth? When he opened up his crusty ass, chapped ass motherfucking lips, do I hear him correctly? So that's why we got to listen to what Jeff Keighley has to say here. So I'm going to turn this up, and I want you to just listen to what he says. And I want to see if, my, reaction to it is plausible. Is it validated to react the way I react? And speaking of just me, I'm talking about just everybody. That's the way that's reacting today. So we got to see what he got to say. We got to listen to what he got to say real quick. Let me just make sure I turn this volume up so y'all can actually hear what Jeff Keighley got to say on this thing.
Keighley, and welcome to the TGA Global Nomination Announcement Special. Today, it is my distinct honor to reveal this year's nominees, recognizing talented game developers from studios big and small. I gotta make sure this audio is right. Let's see if that audio was working, because we got to make Keighley speak up here. Around the world. And you can help select the winners by voting right now at thegameawards.com. All right, you've waited long enough, so let's do it. Here are the nominees for the Game Awards 2024.
Your door. Oh, they ain't gonna put an advertiser right in the middle of it. That's typical of YouTube right there. So I basically, Keighley says in this clip that I'm going to find for you in a second. Basically, Keighley says the Game Awards is about representing and showcasing the best. That's what the Game Awards is supposed to be about, according to Jeff Keighley. But that's not what's going on here. That's not remotely what's going on here. So I can really just go through here and I'll show y'all that later. But we can go through here and view all the categories, right? So now we have all the categories here, and I'm just going to start at the most important one that people just want to look at all the time. Game of the year. So we have Game of the Year here, and I can't understand for the life of me. I can't understand for the life of me what the process is when they decide Game of the Year. Simply because over the last few years, qualification for Game of the Year has really been predicated a lot on how the game is received and how the game is reviewed. And obviously getting a certain average of review kind of disqualifies you from Game of the Year. So the first thing you'll notice out of here, so let me adjust this a little bit so y'all can see this a little bit better. All right, there we go. So recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Right there in the statement of what qualifies for Game of the Year, and you look at the nominees, it's already contradictory. So what constitutes as the best? One of the measuring sticks as the best is obviously his press average and press score. Obviously, Astrobot being up there, that's absolutely no problem. There's absolutely no problem with Astrobot being there because it has a 94 Metacritic. There's absolutely no problem with Metaphor ReFantazio being up there because it has over a 90 Metacritic. Now the problem is the rest of these four individuals here. Nominating a mobile game or independent game that's absolutely a card game just for the hell of it because you want to show support for your independent and mobile developers is absolutely asinine. There's no room for a mobile game that can meet the criteria of Game of the Year that you say it meets Game of the Year. Like it said, recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. I'm sorry, but Taro doesn't qualify based on the criteria you gave. So that shit should not be in there. Secondly, Black Myth Wukong is ridiculous that this game is gotten nominated for Game of the Year. I think this is officially the lowest rated game to ever be nominated for Game of the Year. I might be wrong on that. Let me check the Metacritic score of that. But like I said, according to their definition about Game of the Year, from a creative perspective, Wukong got issues, and from a technical perspective, it has an ass of issues. So why is this game nominated? And on top of that, it's not even rated that high. So what constitute this jury and panel of people to nominate this game for Game of the Year? It blows my fucking mind. It blows my mind because why is it there? It shouldn't be there at all. One bit. Nobody can give me any argument about why this game should be nominated for Game of the Year. You're going to tell me because it sold 20 million copies? I didn't know sales dictated if a game needed to be nominated for Game of the Year. If that's the case, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet should have been nominated. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu should have been nominated. Pokemon Sword and Shield, that garbage should have been nominated because they sold over 20 million copies as well. Should they have been nominated? Because you're going to tell me, oh, it sold this many copies, then why the fuck are we not seeing consistency with the games that sold the most being nominated for Game of the Year? All of a sudden, we changed the rules this year. Wukong has an 81 Metacritic. There has not been a game that has been rated that low to be nominated for Game of the Year. I'm gonna repeat that for y'all again because I don't think y'all I don't think y'all get it. I don't think y'all get it. Wukong has huge technical issues. Wukong has an 81 Metacritic press average, the lowest ever for a Game of the Year nomination. Why is it nominated for Game of the Year? Because it sold copies? That's the metric we going for now this year? This is how we going to twist the rules once again? About who gets nominated for Game of the Year? Or nominated for a Game Award, period? So we just changing the rules again. That's what we're doing. We're changing the goddamn rules again. Just cause. It wasn't like this year didn't have enough games to be qualified for the Game of the Year because there were plenty of games that did. So why is this game up here? That's a huge, huge question I have. Like, why the fuck is this game up here? That's offensive. There was too many games up here this year that was rated very highly that should have been nominated. So I need, when it comes to Jeff Keighley, this is my question to you and your fake ass jury. I need actual fucking answers. What is the metrics? Because the metrics is not what you telling me on this website. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. These two games right here already are disqualified based on your metrics. Period. So why are they there? Why are they there? That's what I want to know. Why are they there? And the funny thing about, and I'm gonna get to the other ones in a minute. Trust me, I ain't ignoring this glaring fucking elephant in the room right here. But you're nominating games for an award show. Then you give the criteria of why or how a game gets nominated for that category. And then you proceed to nominate games that don't even qualify the actual requirements and metrics you fucking put up. So what the hell are we doing here? That's my question. What the hell are we doing here? Are we just talking out of our ass? Because apparently that's what we've been doing for the last few years, and it finally boiled over to this bullshit that we are seeing now. I just want some people to give me, based on the qualifications that the Game Awards themselves give you, and the metrics the Game Awards themselves give you, I want people to at least give me 2 reasons why these 2 games are sitting up here right now in this category for you to vote for. I'm just trying to figure it the fuck out because it's not making any sense. Like all the chicks say, make it make sense, because it ain't making sense to me. I just want this to make sense. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not losing my brain cells. I'm just trying to make sure my reading skills and my listening skills are on par to what the fuck is coming out of Jeff Keighley's bitch ass mouth. Because I think I can hear correctly. I think I can read correctly. My academic skills are pretty on par and up to standard. So why are these 2 fucking games in here if they don't even qualify for the metrics and the requirements that you put up to describe a game getting nominated? I'm just trying to figure that the fuck out. Now, moving on to this motherfucker here. This guy. This right here is a moment in gaming that will forever be remembered as the biggest fuck you moment to gamers, the biggest fuck you moment to game developers, the biggest fuck you moment to the gaming community, the biggest fuck you moment to anybody that has anything to do with gaming as a whole and a gaming culture. For a game that has DLC to be nominated for any category, let alone be nominated for Game of the fucking Year, is absolutely goddamn disrespectful. It's disgraceful. It's shameful at the core. It is the most disgusting shit I have ever seen out of this award show. So much so that you was aware, Jeff Keighley, and your fake ass jury and your fake ass panel of people, y'all was so aware about how disrespectful, disgraceful, disgusting, and pathetic this was that you altered the rules of how games get nominated before you put out this shit. So you willingly knew how much of a fucking nonsense bullshit this was with this DLC that you went back and changed the rule set that you had for many years so you can nominate this DLC for Game of the Year. Let me tell you something right now. DLC stands for downloadable content. Not a new game, downloadable content. It is content that is attached to a previously released game. So a game that has previously released that ain't released in the year of the Game Awards nomination cannot be nominated for fucking Game of the Year. I don't give a fuck how big the content is. This ain't the first time a game had huge downloadable content after its release. Breath of the Wild had it. The Witcher had it. Just recently, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 had it with Future Redeemed. This ain't fucking new. And the thing that pisses me off that is actually some gamers trying to defend this absolute bullshit. It's not a lot. Trust me, it's a very small, very, very small group of people. But downloadable content is not a new game. Downloadable content is not a full feature game. It's an add-on from a previously released game. You can't go back in previously released games and nominate them a fucking again for Game of the Year in a totally separate year. You can't fucking do that. It makes no sense. If you apply that logic to any other fucking entertainment industry, whether it be the Grammys, whether an artist decides to come out and I'm going to add more tracks to my old album, Jay-Z comes out, I'm going to add more tracks to my old Blueprint album, and the Grammys nominate Blueprint again for Album of the Year in 2024. That industry will go ape shit. But only here in the gaming industry, or in the gaming community, we got some people that just champion and just let bullshit slide. Do you think you could pull some shit like this in the music industry and add shit to old shit and nominate it again? You think this shit will fly at the Oscars? Well, I'm going to go back and add some extra content to Titanic. So, yeah, I guess Titanic can be nominated for Best Picture in 2025 at the fucking Oscars. No, motherfucker, it don't work like that. It's old. It's done. It's already been done. If you can't apply this logic to anything else in the same entertainment field, in the same type of medium consumption for consumers, it doesn't make sense and it should not be done. Period. And on top of that, the game already won Game of the Year previously. So why the fuck are we doing this? It wasn't like there wasn't enough games to fill this category. It was. Then, even if that was the case, it's still not an excuse to do this shit. It's not okay for y'all to accept this. I'm not accepting this shit. I'm going to be on Keely's neck every fucking day about this shit. Because this is more disrespectful and disgraceful than these two motherfuckers over here. This is asinine. This is insane. This is stupid. Very stupid and should not even be allowed. This right here constitutes one thing. That this jury and Keely and their friends, they don't have no shit about gaming. They are pretty much out of the loop in the gaming community. They don't know what the fuck us as gamers are playing and enjoying. And obviously they don't give a fuck about how a game is reviewed or received. So why do we have an award show that claims to recognize a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields if you're not going to fucking do that? That's my question. And there's an ongoing game category specifically made for DLC and expansions. Why the fuck is this here in the Game of the Year category? A couple of years ago, you had a Best DLC category. Why did you remove it? A couple of years ago, you had a Remake and Remaster category. Why did you remove it? There was no point because this shit was going to continue and you knew it was going to continue. And the thing that aggravates me the most about this shit show that Keely obviously wants to promote like it's the end all be all in the Game Awards is that you don't even follow your own fucking rules and standards. And y'all obviously will change shit whenever the fuck you feel like it. So it's an absolute travesty and disrespectful to all those developers that bust their ass to pull out a full-featured quality fucking game this year to only have their spots that they rightfully deserve be swallowed up by these three fucking games that don't belong there. And to add on the extra fucking pistol whip to the fucking face, you nominated fucking DLC. I want y'all to understand something. So I'm gonna pull up Metacritic real quick so I can make y'all understand how these three are the most offensive. Obviously, Elden Ring is the number one most offensive thing. I will get into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in a minute because remakes don't deserve to be in Game of the Year's categories either. Remakes or remasters. We got to get, that shit needs to go as well. But these three right here, this the three-headed fucking monster that bothers me the fucking most. It bothers me the fucking most. So I'm gonna list to you the highest rated games. Full featured, full scale, quality games that got released this year. I have to list that to y'all because for some reason the jury seemed to fucking forgot. And these are some of the games we actually bought. That's the crazy part. We bought these games. So it ain't like these games went under the fucking radar. It ain't like We didn't buy the fucking games because we did. So we got the bullshit card game, Botaro, which a lot of you found out what that even fucking existed today. Wukong and DLC of fucking Elden Ring. Keep in mind, Tekken 8 did not get nominated for Game of the Year. It had a 90 Metacritic. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, 89 Metacritic, did not get nominated. What's the next one? Unicorn Overlord, 86, did not get nominated. Keep in mind, everything I'm saying right now was rated higher than Wukong. Prince of Persia Lost Crown, 86, did not get nominated. Dragon Dogmas 2, which is one of the best games this year, 86 Metacritic, sold pretty well, did not get nominated for Game of the Year. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, 86, did not get nominated. I'ma just keep going and list every new release that came out this year that was rated higher than Wukong. I think that's only fair, right? I think that's only fair. Because I mean, after you get down to here's another one. EA Sports College Football 25, which is highly received by reviewers and gamers, sold an ass ton of copies. Didn't get nominated. It's hard for a sports game to get nominated for Game of the Year, but this year I would have understood it because it's a damn great game. But you want to know what the fucking kicker is about that game? It didn't even get nominated for Best Sports Game. The best sports game that is collectively known as the best sports game of 2024 by gamers and by the people that review the fucking games did not get nominated for Best Sports Game. This is the jury. This is the jury of people I'm fucking talking about here. Make that make sense to me. You gotta make it make sense to me because it ain't making no sense to me. But once again, did not get nominated. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, 83 Metacritic, did not get nominated. Helldivers 2, 82 Metacritic, did not get nominated. That game sold a lot of goddamn copies. That game was very popular and loved by a lot of gamers and a lot of reviewers. Did not get nominated. Super Mario Party Jamboree, 82 Metacritic, did not get nominated. Dragon Age The Veilguard, 82 Metacritic, did not get nominated. What else we got? We still ain't got the Wukong yet. We still scrolling this motherfucking list, and we ain't got to this game yet. WWE 2K24, 82 Metacritic, did not get nominated. This is ridiculous. I done named a lot of goddamn games. Finally, I get the Wukong, which is the 111th highest rated game of the year. I'm going to repeat that for y'all again. I don't think y'all heard that. I scrolled Metacritic best rated games of the year, and it took me all the way to the 111th place where Wukong sits at 81 Metacritic. I'm going to say that again for y'all. I had to scroll all the way down to 111th. That's where it's ranked as the highest rated game of 2024, but yet it's on the Game of the Year fucking award list. Why? Why? I just need to know why. It ain't reviews. It ain't the gamers. Sales obviously don't constitute a game being qualified for Game of the Year. So why? Why are we here? Why are we here? It makes absolutely no sense that I had to scroll that far to get to that game. It wasn't like it wasn't any qualified games. Dragon Dogma is definitely qualified. Tekken 8 is definitely qualified. Like a Dragon is definitely qualified. Echoes of Wisdom is definitely qualified. So what made y'all put this game in here? And I would say Black Ops 6 this year is definitely qualified. Best Call of Duty in years. Best Call of Duty campaign in years. I'm playing the fuck out that game right now. Prince of Persia Lost Crown, definitely qualified. Why is it not up here? You did not have a year where you didn't have games that didn't qualify and meet your own motherfucking criteria. A game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. You had plenty of games to do that. And damn near 100 games that did it better than this goddamn game, Wukong. So why is this game here? I just need the answer to that. I need the answer to that. Because it's not making any sense to me. It's not making any sense to me. It's not making any sense to the gamers. It's not making any sense to anybody online. What the fuck are we doing here, Keely? What are we doing? I'm really trying to figure out what the ulterior motives here, because it's absolutely ridiculous. These three should not be up here. This is a fucking joke. This is fucking bullshit. This is an absolute fucking disgrace. And the problem I have with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is, number one, it's a remake. Remake and remasters don't need to be up here as Game of the Year, because they're not new. This is the point of why we have annual award shows, so everybody can have a chance to be acknowledged and be rewarded for their excellence. If we just keep nominating and awarding the same shit over and over again, why the fuck are we continuing to have this show every year? What's the point? Remakes and remasters are a constant thing in gaming community now. So the point is, there's enough of them that go on every year. It needs its own category. That's a way we can absolutely celebrate and reward the nostalgia of a remake or a remaster. And then y'all pick and choose what remakes and remasters make it. Silent Hill 2 ain't in this category. The Paper Mario remaster remake ain't in this category. Metroid Prime didn't make it the category last year. So why is this game up here? I'm trying to figure out why the fuck this game is up here. How do you determine what remake and remaster gets up here? It can't be sales, because the sales are abysmal for this game. Square Enix said it itself. So why is it up here? How do you pick and choose what fucking remasters or remakes get put for Game of the Year? It makes no sense. There's no consistency with this award show. There's no consistency with Jeff Keighley lying ass. There's no consistency with this fake ass jury or whatever the fuck they are. There's nothing consistent. There's no guidelines. There's no rules established. Y'all just do whatever the fuck you want to do, because you want to please whoever or please your own personal gain. So there's no set standard of what a developer is trying to achieve if they want to even be acknowledged for their game to be Game of the Year. There's no set guideline. It's all over the fucking place. Now we got fucking DLC up here. So, in a common sense world, where people don't have a fucking infected brain with bullshit, all four of these goddamn games, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Elden Ring DLC, Wukong, and Blood Toro, should not, cannot, will not be up here in this goddamn category. Because it doesn't qualify. We got shit that ain't new, shit that's being redone, shit that's a goddamn downloadable content, a laughable mobile card game, and a game that doesn't meet any of the fucking metrics that you set to be Game of the Year in Wukong is up here. Why? And when we ask why, we never get any fucking answers. But you also want to claim that you have nothing to do with the voting process. That's bullshit. If you didn't, you would give us true, full transparency on what the fuck is going on, because now, today, we don't know what the fuck is going on. We don't know what's going on. We don't know how or what can a game be Game of the Year. It's all over the fucking place now. It's a shit show. That's why I'm calling it shit show, because it's a shit show. You just throw shit at the wall, and let's just hope it sticks. And the biggest problem here is Elden Ring obviously is the biggest problem out of these four. Obviously, Astrobot and Metaphor, they qualify. They earned that. They earned the nominations. But these four are a shit show, because this is the second time Final Fantasy is being nominated, because they decided to do a remake in multiple fucking parts. So you're just going to keep nominating Final Fantasy VII because it's in multiple parts? How is that fair, and how does that make any fucking sense? And we're still not done. They got to release more parts of this shit. So how the fuck can we do that? That's why remakes and remasters have to have their own fucking category. But this right here, this DLC shit is so fucking disrespectful. Just imagine. I want y'all to put yourselves in developer shoes. Just imagine. Y'all worked years on a game. Y'all put out a game and it's well received. Like a Prince of Persia Lost Crown. Like a Dragon Dogmas 2. Like a Echoes of Wisdom. Like a Tekken 8. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And you get all the fucking review scores in your favor, and you're thinking, yes, we did it. We finally got a game for our studio and our company that will be nominated for Game of the Year. Just to turn around at the end of the year and you get snubbed by fucking DLC. How do you think those developers feel about that? How do you think developers feel about that? Do you think they're ecstatic about seeing fucking DLC nominated for Game of the Year? Absolutely not. Do you think developers see that their games have shipped high quality with no issues, high technical advancements in gaming, and then see a game like Wukong get nominated for fucking Game of the Year? Well, how about you see your game got well received by the press with review scores, got well received by the gamers who bought it, and then you see the skyrocketing sales of your game, and you think you have nominations in the bag. You're going to get recognition for all your motherfucking hard work, to turn around and see that you ain't got nominated for shit. But DLC did. What the fuck are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? Like, this shit is the most disrespectful lineup of Game of the Year this fake ass award show has put up. This is absolutely the worst Game of the Year lineup that this fake ass award show has put up. The worst. The worst. And this right here, this Elden Ring shit here, is the biggest catastrophe because not only are you you're trying to change the narrative on what DLC is, which is fucking ridiculous. Now you're basically telling developers that, yeah, you don't have to create new games to get acknowledgement for the year. You could just do DLC. So now this could pretty much incentivize more developers to just do their DLC. Fuck making new games. Why make new games if we're not gonna get recognition for it anyway? Let's just DLC our old games to fucking death and never do anything new. That would cut our budgets in half. This is a threat to the stability of gaming. This fucking nomination here is a threat to the absolute stability of gaming and the enjoyment of gaming to fucking gamers. We should not accept no bullshit like this. Period. It is ridiculous. And I don't understand. Excuse me, chat. Nobody said Blatara was not a new game. You need to open up your fucking ears, take the sugar daddy out your ears, and listen to what the fuck I'm saying. But this DLC thing it makes me irate. Because DLC is going to happen on the majority of fucking games. So when we go into next year, and how stacked next year is, now we have another layer of bullshit on this award show. And next year we got games like Metroid Prime 4, Grand Theft Auto 6, Monster Hunter Wilds. A lot of huge shit that's supposed to be coming out. Ghost of Yotai, all that shit. So what if somebody decide they want to drop DLC for one of these games that came out in 2024? And make it bigger than the Elden Ring DLC was? Should they be expecting a nomination? Are you going to cut out Monster Hunter Wilds in favor for DLC? Are you going to cut out Grand Theft Auto 6 in favor of DLC? Are you going to cut out Metroid Prime 4 in favor of DLC? This is the Pandora's box that you stupid idiots have fucking opened. And then you're trying to condition gamers to accept less. DLC is not equal to a full-featured release. It's called DLC for a fucking reason. So we're and now this can really start getting people to charge more for DLC. Because now you're trying to recognize it like it's a new fucking game. This is complete and utter bullshit. It should not be accepted by anybody. This does nothing but harm us on the other end. The actual people who play and buy the fucking games, unlike Keeley and his joke-ass group of jurors. Seeing this shit up here should not excite any of you. Because this could potentially hurt you. Because somebody named Geoff Jackass Keeley decided it would be great to nominate DLC for an actual Game of the Year award, even though it's not an actual fucking full-fledged thing. This is a shit show. And I want to make it perfectly clear. DLC, expansions, remakes, remasters, reskins, whatever the fuck you want to call them, under any circumstances should not be nominated for any fucking category for an annual Game Award show. The only thing they should be qualified and nominated for is their own categories. Downloadable content category, remake, remaster category. It doesn't make any sense why it doesn't fucking exist. It should exist. Because they are a yearly thing now. So you need to have them. In all honesty, if I was standing next to Jeff Keighley and this was announced as a Game of the Year contender, I would have slapped the shit out of him. Period. I would have slapped the piss out of his mouth. Because this shit is disrespectful. You deserve to be slapped the shit out of if you actually think this was okay to actually okay and put the green light on. These people are not gamers. These people don't give a fuck about the gaming community. They don't give a fuck about your opinions. This is why when you vote for this shit, like on this website, it only accounts for 10% of the fucking vote, while 90% goes to the dumbass, jackass, asinine, remedial, motherfucking morons that put these 3 games in the Game of the Year category. Why would I trust a fucking moron that put these three things in the Game of the Year category over the opinion of my fellow gamers? I want Jeff Keighley to answer that for me. Why would I take the opinion of your fucking jurors if they were stupid enough to put these three games in the Game of the Year category? Why should I take their opinion over my fellow gamer, who I know actually plays the fucking games to completion, by the way? Because we know a lot of people in your jury don't finish or even play the fucking games they are nominating or even voting for. We proved that 2 years ago. This is a shit show. And this is the biggest shit. So right here, I'm going to try to help gamers out. Because I'm not mad at the gamers. Even though the PlayStation fan base is the most asinine, stupid fan base on the planet, next to the PC zombies. But I'm trying to help my fellow gamers out here. That's what I'm trying to do. So by helping you guys out, you got to rebuke this type of shit right here in the name of Jesus. We got to rebuke this shit here. So I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to vote for what I believe should be Game of the Year. And that is Metaphor. And I'm going to vote for that. I'm going to vote for that for Game of the Year. Because I think it deserves it. And it has a hard chance of winning because it's a JRPG and you know how, Keighley and his boys, how they feel about JRPGs and Japanese games as a whole. You know how they feel about that. Oh, great. The website crashed. In the middle of the voting process, you can't even get your fucking website correct. Why the fuck did your website just crash on me, Keighley? Like, what is this shit show? You got a shit show. You got a shit nomination process. You got a shitty ass fucking website. You just are pure shit at this point. This shit just crashed. It's fucking blank. This is fucking ridiculous, bro. Now I gotta try to reload this shitty ass fucking website, bro. Like, what the fuck is this? You see, the conspiracy is already in. I voted for Metaphor. Now they are cheating the vote machines like Elon Musk and this bitch. How the fuck you crash after I make my vote for Game of the Year? What the fuck is going on? Look at this shit. Now, all right, it seems like it's back now. All right, it's back. I don't even know my vote. It says 1 up top. I hope my vote counted. The shit just fucking crashed when I clicked it. Like, this is ridiculous. Now, this is crazy, bruh. Now, here we go again. They give you the criteria of what a game needs to be in order to be nominated in a category. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Botaro is up here again. Why? And honestly, I don't even know why the fuck Astrobot is up here. Astrobot is a reskin Mario fucking Galaxy. We all know this. We have seen the comparison videos. Once again, DLC is fucking up here. Why? Why? This whole category is bullshit. All these motherfuckers shouldn't be up here. I guess I'm voting for Metaphor again because it's actually a new game and a new concept and innovative fucking design. I guess, well, hold up. Nah. Yeah. Only game that deserves to be the fuck up here is Metaphor. So I guess I vote Metaphor again. Let's see if it crashes again. Okay, let's see if it crashes again. Nope, it didn't crash that time. They just didn't want the fix is already in, people. The fix is already in. The shit crashing on Game of the Year. So they already trying to fix the shit. They already trying to fix it. Like it's insane. So now, best narrative. So I'm gonna go down here and try to help out my fellow gamers by voting, using my little bit of 10% fucking power that Jeff Keighley has given me, because obviously the gamers don't know shit. You know, these jurors in this jury committee of jackasses know more than me. You know, the people that actually fucking game. So, best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Yeah. See, remakes and remasters, they need their own category. We don't need this in here. Silent Hill 2 doesn't need to be in here at all. Final Fantasy doesn't need to be in here. This is for 2024. This is what this is for, 2024 game. So I'm going to pick Hellblade 2 because that's obviously, when it comes to best narrative, you can't say it's not Hellblade 2. Obviously, Metaphor is great. We know that's a beast. We voted twice for Metaphor. I think it's only fair that Hellblade 2 gets the vote here. It's definitely deserving, and from a technical aspect, it's fucking outstanding as well. So, yeah, best art direction. Now, this is what pisses me off here. Now I'm about to get pissed again. I'm about to get pissed again. Because oh my God, bro. Best art direction for outstanding creative and technical achievement in artistic design and animation. I'm going to read that again. For outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Why the fuck is Elden Ring up here? Elden Ring got to be one of the most underwhelming looking fucking games that have came out in a long fucking time. So why is it up here? On top of it is fucking DLC, so why is it up here? There's nothing really outstanding about Astrobot. Yeah, I guess the graphics are pretty. Okay, we can say that. Wukong will actually, I think Wukong can be in this category. I think the art direction of that game, with obviously the technical drawbacks it has, I think the art direction of that game is very unique. But you know what? I'm not voting for Wukong. I'm going to just vote for Metaphor again, because We can't allow shit like this to go on. We can't allow shit like this to rear its ugly head. So we gotta vote against a fucking bullshit machine, and we're gonna go for Metaphor. Metaphor has a good graphic style, even though some people hate it. But it is what it is. Best score in music. Now, I just want y'all to keep in mind, keep reminding yourselves about what they are telling you makes the qualification for a game to be nominated for this. That's the funniest part about this whole shit. They tell you for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and licensed soundtrack. They're telling you how a game can get nominated for this category. There's obviously some fucking games missing here. I'm not going to list them all, but if you're a gamer, you know exactly what games are fucking missing out of this category. But once again, Astrobot is there. I don't think Astrobot has a soundtrack that's that amazing. Silent 2, I don't know why the fuck Silent 2 is even in here. Stellar Blade soundtrack was pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. So out of the interest of fairness, even though I can't stand this PlayStation brand, I think Stellar Blade gets the vote here because it was more unique than anything else up there. Astrobot just sounded like a Walmart version of Mario, so it's like, nah. But this was definitely different than everything else, so I'll vote for that. You know, I'll throw him a little cookie here or there. You know what I mean? Just throw him a bone here or there. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, honestly. So, best audio design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Once again, I don't know why Astrobot is in here. I just think they just nominate shit just so you get a lot of nominations. Especially if it's not going to win a lot of categories. They just throw shit in there. Just throw shit in there for the hell of it. The audio design in Hellblade 2 is phenomenal. The audio design in Black Ops 6 is phenomenal. So out of this category, it's between these two games for sure. I don't know why the fuck Silent Hill is up here. I don't get it. It's definitely between these two games. It definitely is. And you know what? I have to go with what's more advanced audio design, and it has to go to Hellblade 2. So Hellblade 2 gets another vote from me. I love Black Ops 6 to death, people. Trust me. I love that. Best performance, I don't give a flying fuck. I'm just going to vote on who has the most hilarious name. I'm going to just vote for the Hellblade 2 girl because she looks like Hellblade 2. Yeah, there we go. See, Keely, categories like that we don't give a fuck about. This is not the Oscars. This is not the Emmys. We don't give a fuck about that. We don't care. Just give somebody the fucking award. Because we don't care about picking it. Innovation and accessibility. Recognizing software and hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by even wider audience. Somebody gotta remind me, what the fuck did Diablo 4 do for accessibility? Because I have no idea. But I'm gonna go with motherfucking Black Ops 6 here. Black Ops 6 hits a more wider audience than the rest of that category. That's just a fact. You can argue with your mama about that. I don't care. Games for impact, I really don't give a fuck, but I'm definitely voting for a game that I actually know what the fuck it is. So I'm voting for Hellblade here. Bada boom, bada bam. Moving on to the next one. Best ongoing. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. You know what that sounds like? Sounds like fucking DLC. But surprising enough, the Elden Ring DLC is not in the category that it most qualifies for. What the fuck are we doing, Keely? I'm so serious. Like, what are we doing? How is the game that qualifies the most for this category ain't even nominated in this category? Like, what are we doing? Best ongoing game, I'm just going to base this off of games that people are still playing, and that's obviously Fortnite, and Fortnite is probably going to win it every motherfucking year because y'all just won't stop playing that damn game. Best community support. Recognizing the game for outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity, and game updates and patches. Why is this even a fucking category? We're trying to award a studio for doing its fucking job? That's your job. You supposed to do that. Why are we fucking giving out fucking plaques and participation fucking awards to developers for doing their fucking job? This shit makes no fucking sense here, man. Hey, I want to give you an award for showing up to fucking work. Here's an award for clocking into work. Here's an award for actually completing a task. Like, what the fuck are we doing? This ain't kindergarten. The fuck out of here, man. Ugh. Oh, man. I'm telling you, bruh. Oh, best independent game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside a traditional publisher system. I ain't played not one of these fucking games because, like most gamers, like the majority of gamers, we don't give a fuck about indies like that. We don't. But since Blataro got nominated for fucking Game of the Year, we're not choosing that bitch because we are going against the coalition here. So I don't even know what to pick. I haven't heard none of these fucking games. I heard about Blataro this fucking morning. I didn't know that it exists until this fucking morning. So I don't even know what the fucking hit. You know what, chat? You tell me what to vote here. Somebody put never. Okay, we're gonna vote for never then. There you go, bro. Because I haven't played none of this, and I don't. Best debut indie game. Okay, that's another thing. Why the fuck do we have two indie categories? Why? What's the point? What's the point of having two indie categories? And I'm still not picking Blataro because y'all nominated that bullshit for Game of the Year. I just clicked anything. I don't know nothing about that game. Best mobile game. Best mobile game. Has anybody played any of these mobile games? I'm pretty sure some of y'all play Pokemon. So I'm going to just cut Pokemon and just go ahead with it. Just go ahead and pick Pokemon. No, it's too late. I already picked Pokemon, so I can't pick Squirky, whatever the fuck, Lucky Squirt, whatever the hell it's called. Best VR. This just pisses me off. Nobody gives a fuck about VR. Nobody's buying VR. If you wanted more of a evidence, if you want more evidence that people are in Keely's pockets, is this category here. Because why is this still a fucking category? Why is it a category? We don't talk about VR. We don't buy the shit, obviously, because they keep slashing the prices of VR fucking headsets. We don't care about it. So why the fuck is it up here? Who is this for? Oh, that's right. You gotta pay those bills, so the sponsors got to put a little bit in your pocket, Keely, right? So you go ahead and put the best VR category. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm just gonna click anything. It's ridiculous. Like, why is that a category, but best remake, remaster ain't a category? Why is that a category, but best DLC is not a category? It's fucking stupid. Best action game. For the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat. I like to see Black Ops being nominated up here. I guess Helldivers is okay. But the thing is, when it comes to combat falls under a lot of things. And we've been shooting guns for so fucking long, people. We've been shooting guns for so long. And it's just like, I got to see more out of combat than just gunplay. You know what I mean? So, Helldivers, Space Marine, it's like Wukong combat did look interesting. You know what I mean? Stellar Blade combat did look interesting. So when it comes to voting for best combat action game, when it comes to voting for that, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna use the Jeff Keighley and the jury approach. You know what I mean? Fuck Wukong because it shouldn't been nominated for Game of the Year. The hell with Stellar Blade because she thinks she's Bayonetta, so I'm gonna vote Black Ops 6. And that's just how it's gonna go. And we're gonna go to the next category. Best action adventure. Best action adventure game. Best action adventure game for the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Now, this is an interesting category because I don't know why Star Wars Outlaws is here. Get that whack ass shit out of here. I don't even know why it's there. Astrobot, Tough Titty, you're not getting a vote for me because you're just Mario Galaxy. Why the fuck is Silent Hill 2 in this cat? This is the stuff I'm talking about here, bro. Like, who's making these nominations? Stevie Wonder is making these fucking nominations? Like, what is the process of your thought process of these fucking fake ass jurors when they come up with these nominations for these categories? I'm truly trying to understand here. Like, why is Astrobot in this category? Who the fuck enjoyed Star Wars Outlaws? But it's obviously between Prince of Persia, Lost Crown, and Echoes of Wisdom. I'm going to give it to Legend of Zelda. I am a Zelda fanatic. Sorry, Prince of Persia, you deserved way fucking better. You should have been nominated for Game of the Year in my wholehearted honesty. But hopefully you'll come up in another category. But here we go. Best RPG. Now, the thing about this category is that you see two games in here that should have been nominated for Game of the fucking Year, being Dragon Dogma 2 and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Once again, remakes and remasters need their own goddamn category. I cannot stand to see Final Fantasy VII in here again. And we're going to see Final Fantasy again and again because there's still multiple parts that need to come the fuck out. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm not even going to get on the DLC anymore. You know how I feel about that stupid ass fuck shit. So, for the best game design with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Well, considering that's the criteria they give for RPG, which is it's kind of stupid that this is even the criteria for best RPG. Doesn't make any sense there. You definitely have more things to qualify for best RPG than that. So, I'm going to vote Dragon Dogma. I like that. It was very unique. I voted for Metaphor like 1,000 times already, so I think I gave Metaphor enough. Best fighting. Here we are with more bullshit. More bullshit from Jeff Keighley and his goddamn jury. Because they sound like Goofy now. Y'all just goofy as fuck at this point. Y'all disrespectful, shameful, fucking remedial, asinine, and y'all just fucking goofy at this point. Best fighting game. For the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. Why is Multiverses in this goddamn category? a game that nobody fucking liked after it got released again. Nobody gave a fucking damn. Once again, remakes and remasters rears its ugly head with Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. This is why they need their own goddamn category. So, it's really coming down to best fighting game is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and obviously Tekken 8. I'm a big Dragon Ball guy, so I'm definitely going Dragon Ball Sparking Zero here. Definitely going that. No disrespect to Tekken 8, even though I think Soul Calibur's better than Tekken, but that's for another video. I don't know why Multiverse is in there. That's just goof troop shit. That's Looney Tunes. That's clown fucking shoes. We just need to draw a big McDonald's M on fucking Keely's forehead because he's a fucking clown at this point. A straight clown. Jesus Christ. Oh, I see Blandrew done creeped his behind in here. Oh my God. Best family game. Another clown ass fucking for the best game appropriate for family play. Why the fuck is Echoes of Wisdom in here, bro? How is Echoes of Wisdom a fucking family game? I don't understand why they continue to try to push this false narrative, this asinine rhetoric about every Nintendo game being a family game. Why is Echoes of Wisdom in it? It's not a family game. Mario Party, yes. Princess Peach Showtime, I don't even know if we could even constitute that a family game either. Astrobot, maybe. So I'm going to vote for what actually qualifies as a fucking family game for family play. Fucking Mario Kart. I mean Mario Party. Like, what the... These are clowns, bro. These are clowns, man. Like, why? Why is Echoes of Wisdom in the family game category? I think Luigi's Mansion was in there Luigi's Mansion 3 was in there one year. Why the fuck was Luigi's Mansion in the best family game? That's not a family play game. Best sim strategy. Best game focused on real time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay. Oh my God. I'm gonna go with the only game I played out of all of these, Unicorn Overlord. Easy. Moving on to the next category. Like that family game thing is just fucking. Now we finna get to the part where I'm getting super pissed off. This pisses me off to my core. Best sports racing. First of all, sports and racing is not the same fucking thing. Please stop combining these two like they should be their own category. Put it as best sports category, period. If it ain't enough racing games, then racing games don't get nominated and they don't have a category. It's just that simple. For the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game. Like, this should not even be in here. I don't even know if anybody played this shit. But anyway, F1 24, EA Sports, FC 25, NBA 2K25, Top Spin 2K25, which I didn't even know that even came out. Did anybody even play that shit? And WWE 2K24. Here's my problem. And this is why I know Jeff Keighley and his barrage of fucking imbeciles called the jury, the voting jury, they don't play games. I'm willing to bet when they nominated everything in this category, I guarantee you 90% of this jury, including Jeff Keighley, haven't played any fucking game they nominated. Because if y'all did, y'all would know universally across the whole gaming fucking community, the streaming community, the esports community, everybody knows the best fucking sports game in 2024 was EA Sports College Football. which, by the way, was well received review-wise by the press. How is this game not in here? Motherfuckers waited years for a college football game. Years. This is how I know y'all don't play shit. This is how I know y'all live in your own little fucking nerdsoul basement dwelling fucking universe. How the fuck do you miss the highest rated reviewed sports game of the fucking year, the best selling sports game of the fucking year, the most raved about best sports game of the fucking year, and it's not nominated? How? This is why I say this is a shit show. A pure shit show. Keely, you run a shit show. Tell me you don't play sports games without telling me you don't play sports games. NBA 2K this year is a down year. We're a little bit sour on this year's NBA 2K. You would know that if you actually played fucking NBA 2K. WWE 2K is actually an up year, so this nomination is actually definitely valid here out of all these nominations. It's definitely a better WWE game than the past 2 years. But we universally know, as every gamer that plays sports games, that the best fucking sports game is EA College Football 25. And it's not even fucking nominated. I need answers. This is another question I need answered. Who, how, when, where, and fucking why is EA Sports College Football 25 not nominated for Best Sports Game in 2024? Do you know how long people waited for a college football game? Do you know how much people were anticipating that college football game? And then for the game to actually turn out to be great and it ain't nominated? This is a shit fucking show. I want to remind y'all, college football, EA's College Football 25 has an 83 Metacritic. Higher than Black Wukong, the Chinese fucking game. Higher than that motherfucker. 83 Metacritic. Sales through the fucking roof. I don't even know where the sales is at now, but it definitely sold a fucking lot because EA put it out there. Highly anticipated. Gamers love it. Sports enthusiasts love it. Streamers love it. The athletes themselves fucking love it. Game Awards? Don't love it. Not even nominated. Who the fuck is running this show? Half of us looking at this fucking category is like, I didn't even know a tennis game came out this year. As a matter of fact, let's see what the Metacritic of this game is, because I didn't even know this fucking came out. I didn't even know this came out. So let's look at this top spin, and we gonna look this up. Top spin 2K25. And I'm going to put Metacritic, because even when I was going through the WooCon reviews earlier, I didn't even see it in the top 100. So I'm really interested to see what the review scores for this game is, since it got nominated for